June is here, and that means one thing for college throwers. The NCAA Championships are upon us. After several months of competition, athletes from all over the country gathered for the East and West prelims and competed for 12 covetous spots in their event. Those fortunate enough to place in the top 12 of their prelim advanced and punched their ticket to Eugene, Oregon, the site of the Division I National Championship. Now, the fields are set for 8 throws competitions with everything on the line. Folks, we're in the end game now. The men's shot put kicks off Wednesday with 10 throwers having seasonal best over 20 meters. The top seed is 2019 NCAA champion senior Trip Pippery of Texas, coming in with a season best of 21.54 meters, which broke the Texas school record held by some dude named Krauser. However, last year's champ Turner Washington of Arizona State is coming to Eugene with hopes of defending his title against the stacked field. Alabama's Isaac Odugbasan is coming off a fresh PR of 20.85 meters, and I would not be surprised if he breaks the 21-meter barrier. However, because of his consistency, I'm picking Tripp to take the win and end his college career with another patented chest pound. One thing to bring up, there's been much talk about the shot ring at Hayward Field being too slick, as evidenced by the recent Prefontaine Classic. The general consensus is, if the ring stays dry, the shot will fly. But if it rains, you're in for pain. The women's shot put has rounded into an intriguing event this year with 4 throwers over the 18-meter mark. Returning champion Adelaide Akia is coming off a seasonal best at the East Prelim and the only thrower over 19 meters this outdoor season. Nebraska's Axelina Johansson and Georgia's Anna De Silva come in with marks over 18 meters. But the wild card for me is Arizona State's Jorn Van Klinken, who threw an outdoor PR of 18.75 meters at the West Prelim 2 weeks ago and even beat Akia for the indoor national title earlier this year with 19.08 meters. Known more for her discus prowess, the schedule sets up nicely for Van Klinken with the shot first on Thursday. Even with the fresh Van Klinken, I'm picking the senior from Ohio State to repeat as champion in what should be a thrilling competition. The men's javelin continues the trend of stacked events with 3 men over 80 meters. That doesn't even include the defending champion from LSU, Zurio Padigo. The top seed, Ethan Dabbs of Virginia, boasts a seasonal best just under 83 meters, but has his work cut out with Baylor's Chinekaram Nnamdi and Penn's Mark Minicello, also over 80 meters. The wild thing about this field, aside from the quality, is that all the top throwers are underclassmen. This is one of the hardest events to pick a winner with so many capable athletes. I narrowed it down to Dabbs and Nnamdi, but after watching The Revenant, concluded the Baylor Bear mascot would undeniably beat a Virginia Cavalier. Based off of that, I'm going with Nnamdi. The only thing I can say for certain about the women's javelin is that we will crown a new champion, as last year's winner, Marie-Therese Obst, was a senior. The highest returning finisher from last year is North Dakota State's Carrie Wolf, who finished 5th in 2001. Ashton Reiner of BYU and Madison Wiltrout of North Carolina are the only women with throws over 60 meters this year, but other athletes like Nebraska's Maddie Harris are within striking distance for an upset. This is another tough event to pick, but I'm going with the junior from UNC, Madison Wiltrout, to take the title back to Chapel Hill. The men's hammer is another event that will crown a new champion, and this is perhaps the most wide-open competition in the throws this year. The national leading mark is held by Logan Blomquist of Southeast Missouri with 73.18 meters. However, there are 2 other men with PRs over 73 meters in the field. They are LSU's Jake Norris, who threw 73.24 meters in 2018, where he finished 3rd at NCAAs, and Miami's Decio Andrade, who was Division II national champion. The SEC champion Bobby Colantonio is another thrower over 72 meters who can vie for the title, but was recently upstaged by Penn State's Tyler Merkley at the East Region. And there are another 3 throwers who have gone over 71 meters this year. In this ridiculously tight field, I'm going with Bama's Bobby Colantonio to finish on top. Unlike the men's hammer, the women's hammer will have a clear-cut favorite in the event. Senior Cameron Rogers of Cal is a 2-time defending national champion and recently broke her own collegiate record in the hammer at the West Prelims 2 weeks ago with a throw of 76.46 meters. It will likely be Cameron Rogers versus the tape measure, but Texas State's Alyssa Wilson comes in with a PR of 73.75 meters, which would win almost any other year. Wilson also qualified in the shot put and discus, becoming the only thrower to qualify in 3 throwing events. The hammer is also the first throwing event, which means Wilson would be at full strength to pull off an upset if it can happen. I still think Rogers is too much for the field and will win her 3rd NCAA hammer title. The men's discus is probably the most stacked throwing event of these championships, boasting 5 throwers with PRs over 65 meters. One of them being the collegiate record holder, freshman, yes, freshman, Mikola Salenkna of Cal. Alenkna's collegiate record of 68.73 meters was thrown at the Pac-12's last month in the very ring the national championships are being held. 5 of the top 25 Division I all-time discus performers will be represented in this meet. It's so deep, the defending national champion, Turner Washington, is seeded 8th. Even with the depth and quality, Alenkna would be the favorite, but Claudia Romero of Virginia, Rajay Stona of Clemson, and Ralford Mullings of Arizona State can all play upset in the right circumstance. I'm picking Alenkna, but if I had to choose an upset, it would be Ralford Mullings of Arizona State. He's played second fiddle to Alenkna from Pac-12s going all the way back to World Juniors. Mullings has shown recent consistency over 63 meters, and I could see him winning if Alenkna is not in top form. The women's discus is the last throwing event of this meet and features one of the best collegiate discus throwers ever and defending national champion and NCAA meet record holder, Joran Van Klinken of Arizona State. Van Klinken has been the best discus thrower all year, and I do not see that changing for this meet, as she has the top mark this year by almost 5 meters. I'm interested in seeing if Van Klinken can challenge Meg Ritchie's collegiate record of 67.48 meters from 1981. It's a big ask, but Joran has thrown over 70 meters already, just not recognized by the NCAA for collegiate marks. Well, that's it. 8 throwing events covered with 8 picks for winners. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments. I also want to congratulate every thrower competing at the highest level of college competition. Thank you for watching, and throw far.